Hey guys, it's Tyler with Backwoods Survival. Today we're going to talk about inch bags. So to begin with, inch means I am never coming home. This here's my inch bag. It's the 511 Tactical Rush 72, and it's been a great bag. It's super comfortable. I really like it. The way it's set up, it allows for organization of gear. The padding here is pretty terrific. I mean, it's comfortable. You can ruck with this thing and really not hurt. So to start with, I'm going to break out just what I have hanging off the outside, and then I'll go around the outside pouches. Alright, so to begin with, I'm on this side, so this will make it easy. I carry an e-tool. I mean, having a shovel, and this particular e-tool can be used as a hoe, as a shovel, and like any e-tool, any other e-tool. But having an e-tool allows me to dig and really improve a shelter or get after food or anything else. Having a shovel is important. And on that, my bag is set up more as a bushcraft bug out bag than, you know, it's tool heavy, and that's the way that I want it. I do carry a couple of these survival grenades, and they have a small knife, a ferro rod, some hooks, fishing line, and some extra paracord. I carry 2 of these here because it never hurts to have some extras. On this side, I carry a CRKT wood chogan, a tomahawk. This one's been pretty awesome. It's I had to work the edge on it because it does not come with an impressive edge, and I ended up tightening up the head on here with some duct tape and a few other things. But I carry a tomahawk because I can throw it, and because it's a little longer than your average hatchet. It can be used one-handed, but it's a little longer than your average hatchet, and I can fashion a handle for this a whole lot easier than I can a hatchet or an axe. I mean, find a piece of wood, whittle it down till it fits. It's considerably easier than trying to fit an axe head. The other thing about this is it does not come with a sheath. You can either make one or you can buy one, and I highly suggest getting some sort of mask on it because it needs it badly. My foot would argue that it needs it badly. Next up, I'll go into my tool pouch here. So this is my tool pouch. I've got a telescope and fishing rod in there because it fits quite well in that one. I carry a fillet knife. I can gut and cut fish with a regular knife all day long, but with a quality fillet knife, it is much easier to do. And these things are sharp and they bend, so I can get more meat off of my fish than I can with my big 3/16 inch belt knife. I carry a bag of metal tent stakes, and I've got a bunch of them in here because these things come in handy from everything from making a fire stand for a grill to holding up metal cups so that I don't knock them over to my fire. to securing tarps and stuff down. I carry a bunch of them, and they're super lightweight. Even all together, these things don't weigh hardly anything. And there's a little extra rope in here. But metal tent stakes, they're a lifesaver, and definitely something that everybody should have in their bag. I carry one of these regular files. This is more of a flat file. I can use it to sharpen things if I need to. I can use it to work with wood if I really need to. It's not really made for it, but it'll do it. I keep 2 of these chainsaw files in here because I like keeping my saws sharp, and I can keep a saw sharp with a chainsaw file pretty easily, and they come in handy. I carry an extra belt knife. This one's an old Kershaw that I've had forever. I keep an extra one in there because you can never have too many knives. This one's alright. I use it when I'm deer hunting for gutting and dirty work, and it does a pretty good job of it. But an extra belt knife is something you definitely should have in there. So I keep this Bahco Laplander saw. It's a good saw. It's not very big, but you can take quite a bit. You can take decent sized wood out with it, and this thing eats when you want it to. I mean, it really does a good job. The next thing I carry in here, because I don't carry a buck saw with me or a bucking saw, is I have this chainsaw. If I can ever get it unwound enough. I carry this hand chainsaw, so I can turn this into a bucking saw pretty easily, and I can take down limbs with it, and that's also why I carry the chainsaw files, because it makes it really easy to sharpen these. And you can make a buck saw with them the exact same way that you make a buck saw with a standard blade. You just got to make sure that you get it really good and tight in there, and then you don't have to worry about anything. And I carry a handy dandy knife sharpener. It's not the best one in there. It's not the best one in the world. It's got a coarse and a coarser side. It doesn't really have anything for super fine work, but it does the job, and it'll keep your knives field worthy. So the next thing that I carry in the front pouch, and this is going to be just completely disorganized as I was in there today. So I have a first aid kit. This is one of the 160 piece kits for like 16 bucks. It's not a great kit, but it'll cover most of any sort of the emergencies that I run into in the woods. I keep a reel that goes with the telescoping rod, just to make life super easy when I'm fishing, because I like to fish and I can enjoy myself. So the next thing that I carry is I carry 3 of these 110 Conibears. They're really, really light. I mean, for a trap that you're going to reuse over and over and over and over and over again, that are never going to fail. Well, not never. If you take care of them, they're probably going to last you your lifetime in the woods, getting used every day. I carry 3 of them, and I carry one of these standard leg hold traps. A lot of people call them bear style traps. And these things do a pretty good job. So altogether I carry 4 reusable traps like this. I also have a little bitty fishing kit that came with the telescoping rod that I figured what the hell I'd throw in here. So on this side of the pouch, I carry water, cup, and a lid. In this, because initially I enjoy comfort and wiping my hind end with a towel cut into sections and having to reuse that for quite a while isn't the most enjoyable thing. I carry toilet paper and some wet wipes in here, just so that I can ease into the going to the bathroom with a washcloth. And that's all I carry in that pouch. Up here I have my fire kit. I want it easily accessible, and I carry several redundancies. So I have natural tinder that I processed. I have 2 5 by 1/2 inch ferro rods. These are the Bayites, and I've found them to do a pretty acceptable job. I carry a Zippo lighter fluid container, a Zippo, and a pack of extra flints for the Zippo. In this pouch, I have several boxes of matches, 2 Bic lighters, some cotton balls, and some dryer lamps. And that concludes my fire kit. So in the next pouch up here, the very top, they call it the eyeglass pouch. I carry 2 of these candle lanterns. I don't rely on batteries at all. Nothing I use has a battery, because batteries go dead. I can find resin or various other items to fill these full and burn them if I need to. So I will continue to get use out of these after my candles have gone. I carry 2 of them because they're pretty nice. They'll keep your shelter in milder temperatures, a little warmer, and they do an excellent job. They provide some light. I mean, you're not out there with a flashlight going, okay, I can read a book in this, but you can see well enough to get around. Not necessarily well enough to work, but well enough to get around, and they're a comfort to have at nighttime. So we're getting into the main pouch here. So in the main compartment, I carry my Whoopee. Now this was with me in Afghanistan. This has been with me pretty much everywhere I've gone since I've been in and out of the Army. I love this thing. Anybody who has one of these knows exactly what I'm talking about. These are great. Nobody uses them for what they were designed for. It's essentially an Army issued blankie, and we are all very partial to our blankies. I keep a GI surplus wool blanket. I don't carry a sleeping bag because the temperatures that I experience normally do not warrant a modular sleep system. We get about a week of single digit weather, about 2 months of 20-degree weather, and about 3 months of 50 and below weather. I can handle pretty much all of that with this wool blanket, the Wooby, a couple other items in here, and a well-built shelter. And that's why that I don't carry a modular sleep system. That and because they're considerably bulky, and there's no good way around that bulk. It's not that they weigh a lot, they're just awkward and cumbersome. I carry an extra blouse and an extra combat shirt because I like these, and when I'm in the woods I don't like to be seen. I like to be as much a part of the woods as I can be. I also carry some extra snivel gear and the washcloth that I was telling y'all about. I've got some gloves in here. I have some Polypros, a neck gaiter, an extra t-shirt, some socks, take care of your feet, and some gloves. Next up, I have 2 of these OD Green original space blankets. They're 5x7 roughly, and they're OD Green on the outside and they're Mylar on the inside, but they're very, very durable. In fact, one of these I carried with me in Afghanistan, and it was I still use it, so it's lasted that long. These provide an easy way to make waterproof shelters. They also can be utilized with my other shelter system to make myself in the incredibly cold season very comfortable. My other shelter system, this is both a comfort item and a shelter system all in one. This is the Hennessy hammock. This is the ultralight, and this comes with your hammock. It's a bug net that's integrated into your hammock, so you zip it up and it's part of your hammock, and the rain fly. This is everything you need, and they weigh nothing. I mean, I think this thing weighs less than 2 pounds. Yeah, thing weighs 20 ounces, pound and some change. It is absolutely comfortable. Around here we have a lot of bugs, and the bug net is nice, and it provides me with an additional tarp. I also, in the wintertime, because I slept in one of these when I was in Afghanistan, I use this over the ridge line and one underneath me to trap all the body heat that I emit off and send it back toward me, and you stay very warm. Next up I have one of these GSI Outdoor titanium kettle kits. I've been very, very happy with it, and it's super lightweight, and it comes with a bowl, a spork, and a cup. So it's everything I need all in one for a cook set, and it's is pretty excellent. I'm a fan of it. This also, backpacker's trip for you. This right here can double as your kitchen sink. It will hold water and is designed to wash dishes in. I don't know if it's designed to, but that's what all the backpackers that I know use it for, and it works out pretty well. So for my cook systems, as far as stoves go, I don't carry anything that utilizes any sort of man-made fuel. I have alcohol stoves. I have the Geiger Power and the MSR stoves, and I love them for backpacking, but that's not what we're doing here. This is I'm leaving the house and I don't know when I'm going to come back. I don't know what the situation is, and I'm going to have to survive with what's on my back, and I don't want my pack getting lighter. I want everything that's in it for the most part to stay in it, because that means that I'm reusing it. So I carry one of these Emberlits. This is the stainless steel model, and it's a great stove. It's super lightweight, sub 1 pound, and it's biofuel. So you put this thing together, you get your twigs and your little sticks, and you cut them up to size, and you can do some pretty good cooking with this. A kettle, a pot like this, you can boil water quite quickly on it, and it does an excellent job. They're not terribly expensive, and they are quite durable, and they will hold a substantial amount of weight as well. The other thing that I carry is one of these Expedition Research grates. So it's just a grill grate, essentially. You could probably cut one down out of your cheap $10 charcoal grill and make yourself one, but I like this one. It's very simple. You set it on 2 sturdy objects, you build your fire underneath, and you have yourself a grill. Excellent for cooking meat, fish, and I like it personally. Doesn't weigh a lot, and it makes cooking in the woods considerably easier. Trying to fashion one out of nothing is kind of a pain. Alright, so the next item would be my food item. Food and water. So I don't carry a whole lot of food. I don't carry a whole lot of food. I prefer to rely on my trapping and a few other items you haven't seen yet to provide me with the calories that I need. So I carry 2 of these Knorr sides because they're cheap. They have a pretty decent shelf life to them, and all they require is boiling water. I carry these Tuna Creations because they taste good, and because they're cheap, and because they have an excellent shelf life, and they don't require anything except for a way to eat them. And we were given these. In this, I carry several things of oatmeal and hot chocolate. I don't intend to survive off of this for any given period of time. This is essentially enough food to get me where I need to go and to help sustain me until fishing, trapping, and hunting start providing me sustenance, and gathering. Can't forget gathering, if it's the right time of year. As well, for water on the move, I carry the Sawyer, the mini Sawyer. Sawyer Mini, and 2 of the bladders, because it makes it easy for water on the go. It's an easy purification system when I'm moving and I don't want to stop and boil the water. So these work out pretty nicely for that. Now we're getting into one of my favorite sections. I enjoy the food gathering aspect of bushcraft and basically everything else. I love to hunt. I love to fish. I enjoy trapping quite a bit, and this gets into the nitty-gritty of all of that. So this is the Boss fishing and hunting kit, and I bought it because I was like, well, I wanted to do a review on it eventually, and I actually fell in love with everything that came in it. It's well thought out. I've been pretty impressed with it, and it will assist you. I won't say that it will guarantee, but it will assist you in affecting your own survival as far as sustenance goes. It's a pretty cool little kit. But there are things that I've added and will continue to add for that. I carry, on top of what comes in the kit, I carry 4 of these yo-yo reels, because any sort of passive fishing, any sort of trapping are going to help you survive on top of your active fishing and active hunting gear. I'm pretty happy with that. I carry 1, and I just threw it in here because I had it, and because this is coyote and smaller sized game snare. I carry 1 of these snares, and the reason is I could pack 12 of these things, and after 12 catches I might have 1 left, because they get trashed really easy. And with the Conibears and the traditional traps, this is just a fast and easy way to get me set up initially to help me begin thriving. As well, I carry an entire tackle box filled with split shots, hooks, lures that are effective in my area that may not be effective in yours. It's 2-sided and it's filled to the gills. And I also have an extra knife in here, and I carry 6 additional 1-inch tea-light candles for my candle lanterns. And once those run out, then I move to pine resin and what else that I can find that will burn in there that won't catch it on fire or break it. The next item that I carry is this Survivor cord by Titan Industries, Titan something. I got the free trial to begin with because I was curious about it. I thought it was an interesting idea, but I didn't want to spend the money on 100-foot of paracord that they were asking initially. So I got the free trial, and after looking at it, I thought it was a pretty good idea, and I thought it was well made. In a survival situation, chances are I'm going to break this down anyhow. I will use the outside sheathing for any of my shelter building. I'm probably going to roll up my 100-foot of fishing line that comes in here and hook it up to all of my yo-yo reels and get everything set up the way that I need to. The snare wire that comes in this will get wrapped up and probably set pretty quickly. and the jute twine will get stuck into my fire kit, and the rest of it will be used for whatever I need it to be used for. But if I ever end up out in the woods needing this, chances are that I'm going to need it broken down, and I'm completely comfortable with doing that. So that pretty much concludes my inch bag. And yeah, if you want to like, comment, ask any questions, feel free to. Thank you.